The National Industries for the Blind is the #1 employer of the blind in the U.S. This week I had the opportunity to visit their headquarters here in Alexandria to discuss the unique issues faced by the LHON community. NIB's Program Director Employment Support Services is here today to give an overview of NIB's programs and services and how he can assist those in the LHON community seeking employment. Please welcome Billy Parker.
Thanks, Lissa. It's always trouble when I get the clicker because you never know what's going to happen. But I know I've got a short time frame, so we'll try to get to this pretty quickly. So really appreciate the opportunity being here. As Lissa said, we had an opportunity to sit down this week and talk. I learned a lot of the organization, and I think it's a lot of things we can do to be a resource for you. And as we said, connect a lot of dots. So the more resources you have to use, the better. So hopefully NIB can be one of those resources for you. So NIB, so National Industries for the Blind. I'm going to give you a quick overview of our organization. It can be somewhat complex, so I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward. It ties in very nicely. Teresa really teed it up for us, covering a lot on from the employer end and what you need to know to make sure you have what you need on the job, but you've got to get that job. So that's a big hurdle to get over as well. So we want to try to support you in getting that career opportunity and then get back to work. So NIB, our mission is to create employment for people who are blind. It's that simple. That's our focus. That's our mission. And as Alyssa said, we're the #1 employer of individuals who are blind in the country. So we do this in a lot of ways. We do a variety of things. We do products and manufacturing, running from office cleaning supplies, military equipment, uniforms, you name it. We probably do it for DOD, Department of Defense. Services, we do a lot of different services. We work in contact center, supply chain. We've recently gotten to cybersecurity, which is apparently really needed, and it can be a field we should get into. So we're doing training with that right now, and we have a pretty large talent pool for doing that. Organization, we have close to 6,000 employees. It's over 800 million in annual sales. We do 7,000 products and services. There's 102 associated agencies around the country. An associated agency would basically be another business we work with. They're independent organizations around the country. So basically there are 102 employers out there that wherever you live, there may be a location near you. So we're pretty widespread. There's additional 250 locations, including the base supply stores around the country. And we've been around for 78 years. That's quite a long time. So, and plan to be around for quite a while longer. So moving on. So I just have here a quick map. It just kind of shows how spread out we are. Again, we are all over the country. Most states we're represented in. But if you have any questions there, or if you live in a particular area, definitely grab me after and say, hey, are you guys have any resources in my area? And be happy to discuss that in more detail. A workforce. So who makes up the workforce with the organizations and with the employers we work with? The individuals we work with run the gamut. So they're definitely highly skilled. We look for high level of talent like any other organization. Dedicated employees with a proven track record. We meet surge requirements with the federal government. We respond to natural disasters, so we're a go-to resource for that. Adapt and change rapidly. So our resources are often looked at and really needed within the federal government primarily. It's a low turnover rate, which reduces recruiting and vacancy because usually our employees are pretty solid and the performance is high, so we have low turnover. Accessible technology, open doors, so we do a lot to support assistive technology. I know Teresa hit on that, but we also provide some resources to kind of guide you through that. It's complicated, and again, don't ask me how any of this works, but again, I'll kind of get you the right people to make sure you have what you need, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. Everyone needs a model custom to them. So we also do contract closeout, warehouse management. The contract closeout, we close contracts with the federal government, which is pretty cool. We've de-obligated millions of dollars for them. And employed, I think we're up to about 200 people that are doing that right now. Service capabilities, just want to kind of give you a feel for types of things we do. Runs from contact centers to contract management, supply chain, 508 assurance, administrative support, and information assurance, cybersecurity is something we're really trying to get into right now. So the area I really support is the employment support services. So what I primarily do is work with individuals coming in and find where the fit is. Maybe it's with someone we work with, maybe it's with the federal government, maybe it's with a private sector company, I don't know. But I usually get a call, we start the conversation, we find out where you are, where the fit is, where your skills, where's your talent lie, and we try to really kind of connect those dots to make sure you find what you need. I've worked with JAM many years, they're great, and there's a lot of other resources out there too. So share those resources, and we work with individuals to get them where they are. It's really a team effort, and it's a partnership. So what does the employment support services piece do? So overview, we have partnerships to create employment opportunities for people who are blind with our agencies, which are the companies we work with, and federal companies, federal government and commercial customers. We do partnerships with Boeing, Northrop Grumman, you name it, we probably have a connection there. We do a lot with the U.S. Business Leaders Network, which has connections within businesses around the country. Again, it's a team effort. So we kind of group together, and whatever we can do to support the individual to get to where they want to go, we do. So resources that we use, we work with the Defense Acquisitions University, which is a great resource. DoD has agreed to allow NIB to have individuals go in and take contract management training through their training systems. You have to usually be a government employee to do this. They're giving us an exception to the rule, so we're allowed to go online, take the training for free, so you can do it remote, it's free. Government training that can help position you to get a job in federal government and contract management. It's a win-win because they're letting us in. They've hired a number of our candidates. So I think we're up to 70 that have gone into the federal government. So they've got talented employees. So it's a real win for them as well. We also offer different training and curriculum through our training programs. There are 3 key training programs we offer. I'd love to be able to offer a lot more, so we're getting there. But the first was the contract management support, and that's with the connection we have with the Department of Defense. And it's a great relationship, good career track, good paying jobs, and upward mobility, which is what we're looking for. We developed something called Promote. It's called Professional Mastery of Office Technology for Employment. So this is something we're really excited about. It's very new, and it's something we kind of run into quite a bit that falls through the cracks. We find a lot of individuals that are pretty good at using their assistive technology. You can get by, you can navigate, you can do some basic Excel, maybe some basic Microsoft programs, but when you're in the job position, how quickly can you work? Are you ready to go and be able to transition? Or if you're currently working and all of a sudden lose your vision, what do? You need to still use these systems, and you know how to use them with your sight. Now, without sight, you're going to have to learn in a different way. So we're able to train on how to go into a lot of these Microsoft systems, primarily the professional systems that you would use on the job, shortcut keys, navigation keys, anything you would need to be pretty quick, fast, and know how to navigate through this. It's a 4-week training program, and we're going to be offering it all through the country at this point. So we're working with Voc Rehab, we're working with businesses, federal government. So I think it's going to be a great resource. If that's something you think you might be interested in, let me know. The last is the cybersecurity. Again, we've rolled the cybersecurity training program out, which is pretty exciting. It's way beyond me. I talk to individuals, and I'm lost in conversation about 15 minutes in. But again, we connect them in the training. We make sure they have certifications they need, and then we place them within some jobs opportunities. And again, a great career track there, and again, very needed apparently. Questions? I went through that pretty quick, and I know I was on a short time frame. So, any questions? Anything on employment? Looking to work, looking to transition. Any questions on how you're going to do that? Resources, you name it.
So my brother lives in a sort of a rural-ish town in western Massachusetts. Is this stuff city-based, focused, or does somebody like him give you a call?
That's a great question, and we run that quite a bit. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina. You never would tell from my accent, right? So I can understand that. And reality is, and I tell a lot of people, we work with individuals from all over the country. A lot of times you may have to move. Bottom line, if they're not employment opportunities and not transportation, you may have to move, but we try to work on those parameters. But we do have sometimes there are opportunities to work from home. There's not a ton, but there are some. So there could be medical transcription, contact center work. It's a lot of things you may be able to do from home. So again, absolutely call, and I'll take it case by case, and we'll try to find a fit. You're welcome. Yes.
If someone wanted to start like an application process, if someone wanted to start an application process, what would be the first step that they would take?
First step is contact me, which the last slide I have my contact information up there, and I'll make sure you have that. Go to NIB's site, nib.org, and just reach out under training or employment support. But I'll make sure you have my contact information as well. So just reach out to me directly in NIB, and we'll start working through the process. Again, we'll try to find the right training program for the right person, depending on their skill sets. And if we don't have it, we'll find where they need to start. We also have a listserv we've started. My goal, and we may already be the largest listserv of blind talent in the country. So we have over 1,000 names in it right now. So if you want to be on this listserv, if a job opportunity comes up, you'd be on that list to get that opportunity and make a decision if you want to apply for it or not.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, the listserv is controlled by us. If you want to be on the listserv, you just contact us and we'll put you on the listserv. Great. I have some flyers, so if you're interested, I will make sure they're available, and my information is right there, so feel free to reach out to me directly. I will be hanging around for a little bit, so please grab me. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks, Liz.